Are you thinking about selling your home and wondering what all those Zillow stats actually mean? Views, saves, and all the numbers. Do they matter? And what are they telling us? I'm Steve Harris, your trusted real estate expert here in Southwest Washington. And today we're diving into how to actually read the data that your listing is getting online, especially on Zillow, and why it matters more than ever in today's shifting real estate market. When your home is listed on Zillow, which typically automatically happens when your real estate agent listed on the multiple listing service, two numbers show up almost immediately: views and saves. Now, views are the total number of times someone has clicked on your listing in search of more data and more information. Saves show how many people have bookmarked your property, usually so they can monitor price drops or potentially schedule a showing. Now, these might seem like vanity metrics, but trust me, they are incredibly useful indicators of buyer behavior if you know how to interpret them. So let's talk about views first. According to Zillow, the average home gets about 150 to 300 views in the first week of listing. In hotter markets, they can climb to over 500 views in 7 days. So if your home is getting fewer than 100 views in the first week, that's a major red flag to me. It likely means your home isn't showing up in searches due to price, presentation, or listing quality. Between 300 to 500 views in 1 week, that's the healthy interest that we are expecting by pricing it right and putting quality photos on. Over 500, now you're in the sweet spot, and we should be expecting lots of activity on this property. But remember, views don't mean offers. Views without conversions tell us buyers are curious, but something's stopping them from moving forward. It could be price, it could be photos, location, or even just timing on the market. Now, saves are your real solid indicators of interest. According to Zillow data, the average save to view ratio is 1 to 3%. That means if you have 1,000 views, you'd expect 10 to 30 saves on your listing. A higher save ratio, say 5% or more, means your home is catching attention for the right reasons. It's making buyers stop, think, and keep an eye on your property. Now, lower than 1% is usually a pricing or presentation issue. People might be clicking, but they're not staying interested in your property. And see, I always track these ratios because they're predictive of showing activity and future offers. So what does the data mean, and what adjustments do we need to make? Unfortunately, the biggest mistake I see agents and sellers make is they list the home and then they wait for people to come look at it and for offers to come in. That's it. No strategy, no interpretation of the numbers, no adjustments. That's not how I work. We look at the data from day one. Let's say your listing is sitting at 600 views after 10 days, but only 3 saves. That's a 0.5% save rate. I'd interpret that as an issue. It could mean your home is priced just above what the market is willing to pay for it. It could indicate the listing photos aren't making a strong impression. It could mean that something in the listing description just isn't connecting with buyers. So instead of guessing, we use the data to test and refine. At the end of these, I might recommend a strategic price adjustment, refreshing the marketing with new photos, or adjust the range of photos that we're showing, video tours, 3D walkthroughs. We could also be adding buyer incentives to the listing. Each move is informed by buyer behavior, not blind hope. When you hire a listing agent, you're not just hiring someone to put a sign in the yard and upload your property to the MLS. You need someone who understands how to read buyer interest like a stock chart. Someone who knows how to react to the market in real time. That's the difference between a home that sits and a home that sells. When I list a home, I set benchmarks. X number of views and saves by day 7. And that's going to depend on the current temperature of the market. Another indicator is at least one showing scheduled by day 10, or an offer activity expected by weeks 2 to 3. If we're missing those benchmarks, we change course quickly and confidently based on data. If you're thinking about selling or want to partner with somebody who doesn't just list, but actually reads the market and adjusts for results, I'd love to connect. Drop a comment in the comment section, shoot me a DM, or feel free to email me directly, steve@gorgeouspropertysolutions.com. I'd love to help you out, get your property on the market, and most importantly, get your home sold.